Before we begin, it's important to acknowledge the land on which we are gathering. We are grateful to the rightful caretakers of this unceded land that we all now occupy. In Los Angeles, they include the Gabrielino, Fernandino, and Chumash. We honor their ancestors, past, present, and emerging, and give thanks for the opportunity to live, work, learn, and thrive on their traditional homeland. My name is Emily Williams. I am a New Village Girls Academy board member, and, oh, thank you, well, thank you. I did not insert applause will happen there, so that was a surprise, thank you. I am most honored this evening to serve as your MC. My goal is to move our program along briskly and efficiently, and enjoyably, I hope, and to make sure that your stomachs are full after this delicious meal, your minds are full with information on all of the life-changing learning and growth that is happening at New Village, and that your hearts are full after you have an opportunity to connect emotionally with New Village's students, faculty, and staff. And if you look around at your tables, you will see faculty, staff, and students sitting amongst you, so don't be shy. Reach out, introduce yourselves, and get to know them. This year's gala theme is Together We Shine. And all you have to do is look around this room at all of the beautiful people to see the embodiment of this theme. More than 200 guests have gathered tonight to not only shine collectively, but also to shine a light on the extraordinary school and community that calls itself the New Village Girls Academy. Now, this evening has been made even shinier by the LAPD cadets who assisted us with parking and wayfinding earlier. Oh yes, applause for them, please. Unfortunately, they are not here to join us. However, they were here to guide you to the happy hour on the patio. And also making it shinier are the phenomenal docents and staff of the Japanese American National Museum, who have welcomed us here for the second year in a row. So thank you so much to JANM. We'd also like to thank our event sponsors, many of whom invested in entire tables, making it possible for so many new members of our village to join us. So please turn your attention to our screens. Yes, I just had a double check for myself, where our sponsors are acknowledged, and join me in a round of applause for their generosity. And now, to add even more shine on an already shiny evening, it's my pleasure to introduce New Village Board Co-Chair Dan Pozell. Dan, come on up so I can say some nice things about you while you're standing next to me. Dan has spent his entire career in education, first with the National Outdoor Leadership School, then with a variety of high schools. For the past 2 decades, he's been a devotee of big picture learning, and he's volunteered for New Village for the past 12 years before serving as board co-chair. His favorite thing about New Village is witnessing the successive generations of students learn, grow, and graduate. Please welcome Board President Dan Pozell.
Mike is yours. Thank you. Let's see if I can organize the spot. So, wow, welcome again. It's great to see you all together. This year marks the 17th year of the school, and this is our 12th annual celebration. So first off, I'd like to recognize our board members and our advisory council members. So, board and council members, please raise your hand. I must admit that we are very proud of our school, but we're especially proud of our students. Some of them are here tonight, and all they've achieved this year. I've been told to make this quick, but I can't resist giving a shout out to some of our fabulous students that are here tonight. Various students you will see and recognize in our beautiful annual video, which is coming up. So, Stephanie, Shirley, second time's a charm. Who else do I see out there? And Yulisa, yay. Michelle, Dayanara, and thank you to all the other students who are here. Thank you for representing your school. Finally, on behalf of the board, I'd like to introduce our new co-chair, who has actually been part of New Village since the very beginning. In her 20 years with the Weingart Foundation, come on up, Belen. Belen Vargas helped facilitate the funding of New Village from day one. Currently, with Harbor Freight Tools for Schools, she supports education best practices throughout the county. And now, as a New Village board member, she has just this spring assumed the responsibility of board co-chair. Welcome, Belen Vargas.
Thank you, Dan. It is truly an honor to be connected with New Village for so many years, from the beginning, as Dan shared, and to be part of this amazing community, which includes every single person here today. Thank you all for believing in New Village and believing in our amazing and inspiring students. Many in this room are longtime supporters. Thank you. It is because of you that we are able to offer all of our students the programs, supports, and resources that help them transform their lives and achieve their dreams. However, I know we have some new friends joining us today. Welcome. Welcome to the New Village community. And let me share a bit about why your individual support is so crucial to our work and to the success of our students. New Village is a very, very special place. It starts with our students and our fantastic teachers and staff that build deep and supportive relationships with every single student, so every student feels safe, valued, and encouraged, creating an environment where they can each thrive. Academically, our students receive excellent, innovative, and rigorous academic instruction that is individualized to their interests and their goals. For example, every student will develop an individualized learning plan and participate in field trips, off-site internships, mentorship, all connected with her interests and future goals. But it doesn't end with the academics. We also care very deeply about the health and well-being of every single student. We offer free medical and mental health services, a school-wide daily meditation practice, after-school physical fitness programs, and outdoor education, which includes going on local hikes, and an annual backpacking trip to Yosemite. How cool is that? My decades in philanthropy introduced me to many schools, and many were very good schools offering excellent academic instruction. However, I have never seen a school that focuses on each and every single student in such a comprehensive and connected way. I've just never seen it. And the only reason we are able to do all of this is because of you, because of the private support we receive from individuals and foundations every year. Your support is an investment in the lives of our young women, in their potential, in their dreams. Together, we can continue to make what may seem impossible dreams become a reality for our young women. Thank you for being part of our New Village community. Enjoy our celebration.
Thank you, Belen. That was beautiful. And welcome to co-board chairship. It's a word that I just made up. Before we begin our dinner service, we are going to hear from someone very special. We are lucky enough to hear this evening from New Village's own principal, Jennifer Quinones. Yes. And talk about shiny. Look at this. Jennifer is always impeccably dressed and you're hiding behind the TV. Come on up on this stage and show yourself. I want to say a few words about Jennifer before she speaks. She has been the principal at New Village since 2018, and prior to that worked for LAUSD and the RAND Corporation, and served as the lead teacher at Soledad Enrichment Action at the Crenshaw site. She earned a bachelor's degree in sociology from Cal State Los Angeles and a master's degree in educational leadership from Cal State University Dominguez Hills. And many of you might not know this about her, but she is also a Fulbright Student Fellow. Was the first from Cal State LA. There are so many wonderful things about Jennifer. I invite you to get to know her if you have not already. But without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce the principal of New Village Girls Academy, Jennifer Quinones.
Thank you. Thank you, Emily. I'll hold it. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm just going to put this off to the side here because everything's sliding all over the place. So welcome, friends, partners, board members, faculty, staff, students, everyone here tonight for this beautiful evening of celebration and joy. As I think about the rich history of New Village Girls Academy, I recognize that I serve as the guardian of only 5 years of our 17-year history. However, I'd also like to take this time to honor the past principals and board members whose dedicated work built the foundation of the school we have today. And I saw him just a second ago, Dr. Javier Guzman, hello. He's over there, raise your hand, good sir. Thank you, I wanna say thank you. I really do wanna say thank you for your wisdom and guidance. 14 years ago, you brought a revolutionary vision of our school. A vision of educational equity and hope that, if you look around, Javier, has clearly stood the test of time. So thank you. And although Dr. Andrea Purcell could not be here with us tonight, I'd also like to honor her grit and her willingness to fight the good fight, even when the powers that be questioned the value of implementing holistic practices in educational settings. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was a contentious fight at one point, but we've come a long way. Our little village proved and continues to prove that meeting the needs of students, that putting them in the driver's seat whatever those educational needs are, whether it's social, emotional, or just simply also catching up on credits, we have proved time and time again that these efforts lead to the success of students, success of their families, and ultimately, the success of the greater community of Los Angeles. So on that note, again, thank you, Javier and Andrea, for your mentorship and continued guidance. Together, the three of us guard 14 years of our school's 17-year history. I do what I do because I'm able to stand on the shoulders of these two giants, and I only hope to one day grow up and be just like you. So please join me in a round of applause for our past principals that have continued to leave their mark. on New Village. I also can't continue without acknowledging our phenomenal board of directors who's tirelessly work behind the scenes to help provide New Village with the resources to continue our visionary educational programming. Last but definitely, and never actually least, I want to thank our faculty and staff members, as well as every student present tonight. None of this is possible without your hard work, day in and day out. Our teachers and our advisors are all academic specialists tasked with not only bringing history, math, English, language, science, all of these subjects to life, but they are also trained to support students' social-emotional growth. It's a well-known fact that students cannot be successful, or can actually only really be successful if they're learning in an environment where they feel safe and supported. And this is what our teachers and our staff bring to the table every day for every student, one student at a time. My 5-year tenure as principal has been by far the most rewarding experience of my career. Every year is marked with immeasurable successes and sometimes a few challenges, and one example of those would be a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic. But nothing could, it was nothing that couldn't be handled by our village. We've come out of every challenge stronger and more resilient. It's true, it's through the strength of our village that we have been able to help young mothers have access to resources they need to not only care for themselves, but also their young babies, while also achieving their goal of finishing high school and making plans for their future, as if raising a child isn't hard enough. Our village, it's our village that embraces young women who have experienced bullying or other forms of injustices and created an environment where they can feel accepted while also having the mental health resources aimed at healing. It's our village that welcomes a student that's learning English for the first time, or maybe fallen behind on credits, or who has felt ignored in their school, and created a space where they can find their voice and rebuild their academic experience. It's our village that immediately comes to action when we discover that some of our families are facing homelessness and that at times hurting from other difficult circumstances. And rather than turning a blind eye, we do everything in our power to serve the entire family because we know it's the right thing to do. It's not only the right thing to do, but it's the just thing to do. Thank you. It's our village that will bring to life a student's interest and passion so she can dream big, so she can set herself up to pursue those goals that she has when she finishes high school. This village is you. Every single person here tonight, this village is yours. You created this. So please own this, because this is your fingerprint on the generation of tomorrow. And if you ask me, it looks pretty darn good. I can talk about this all night, but no one can tell you more about their experience than those girls that are seated at your tables. Please talk with them, get to know them, ask them about their interests and passions, get to know a little bit more about their hopes and dreams. You'll see, once you ask them, you'll see just how special each and every one of them really is. I want to take this opportunity to give my love and my deepest appreciation to my girls that are going to be graduating this year and that are joining us tonight. This was the hardest part to write. I know our time gets shorter and shorter every day. For many of you, I've seen you since 9th grade. And we've gone through some good stuff and sometimes not so good. But regardless, I wish nothing but the best for you in your life and your future endeavors. Secretly, and I know I mentioned this to someone outside, secretly I wish I could keep you with me forever, but please know that all of us at New Village, we all have faith in the strength and resilience that you have developed. We believe in your dreams. We believe in you. So please don't forget to come home every once in a while, and just know we always make room for one more. For those who are new to our village, I invite you to come see what an educational setting that focuses on working with and for the whole child looks like. I invite you to come see the power of empathy and compassion and the power that that has on rebuilding lives. I invite you to see what healing, personal growth, and authentic learning really looks like. I know some folks might be asking themselves, how can I get involved? Well, for those interested in getting involved in various ways, at your tables, you'll see some cards and you can fill those out, and that'll help us arrange for your visit and support. As we move forward, we know that new challenges will continue to arise. It's normal. But I'm confident that New Village Girls Academy will continue to evolve and respond the best way we know how, with love, empathy, and compassion. Thank you, everyone, for your time this evening. I truly hope you enjoy the beautiful programming we've put together for you tonight. And again, from the bottom of my heart, I thank every single person that's here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I have fallen down on the job. It was my job to sanitize the microphone in between each speaker. I hope we haven't all given each other COVID. So, we are momentarily going to begin our dinner service. Before we do, I would like to point out something that multiple people have already asked me about, and that is the gorgeous floral centerpiece at each of your tables. Now, there may have been some assumptions made about, wow, what professional florist put this together, and there was a professional florist behind this. But what you may not know is that each of these 22 arrangements is unique, and each of them was created by a New Village student. So my New Village students who are here, who created a floral bouquet, could you raise your hand so people can see who you are? That's right. So we are accepting donations for these bouquets, and we want all 22 of them to go home with a different person from each table. And so you're going to do something interesting during your dinner, and that is that you're going to decide how you want to contribute towards this bouquet. For perhaps yourself, maybe it goes to the highest bidder at the table, or maybe someone at your table is celebrating a special occasion and some of you would like to pitch in to do a group donation for the bouquet. However each table wants to do it, it is up to your little village at your table to determine how you'd like to contribute towards the bouquet and who gets to go home with it this evening. So, as you eat dinner, don't forget, there is a bouquet that is going home with someone this evening, and I will be checking in with all of you after dinner to see how those decisions got made. So, without further ado, dinner is served. Good evening, everyone. How is dinner going? We are going to resume our program. Of course, please still continue eating, but I believe most of the food has come out. So I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying your dinner conversation, and I hope you are making progress towards sending that bouquet home with a dinner guest. I am now going to introduce you to someone very special to New Village. His name is Kyle Denman. Kyle, will you please approach the stage? For those of you who know Kyle, you know how instrumental he has been to New Village and to the success of its internship and mentorship programs. Also, you may have seen Kyle because he may be the best dressed man here this evening. Will you look at this ensemble? And there's a reason for that. Kyle Denman has been New Village's Learning Through Internships coordinator for 4 years, but he began his New Village journey 5.5 years ago as the fashion design mentor for the Learning Through Internships program, which he now leads. He is an internationally recognized fashion designer, with some of his designs appearing on the red carpet at the Oscars. Kyle's favorite thing about New Village is hanging out with the students, sharing laughs, and making memories with them. Please welcome Learning Through Internships Coordinator, Kyle Denman.
Good evening, everyone. Like Emily mentioned, my name is Kyle Denman, and I am the Learning Through Internships, or LTI, coordinator. Now, it is my honor and privilege tonight to be introducing some very special students. First, you'll hear an original poem titled My Beautiful New Village, written by two very, very special students. These two students are new arrivals to the United States from Guatemala. And in the time that they have been with us since they came to the United States, they have been learning English at an exceptionally fast rate. Yesli Perez is a senior, and she has been with us for 3 years. She is currently interning with our friends at the nonprofit The Advote Project, where she is using the arts as a way to increase her language acquisition. And Fernanda Alvarez, I remember when she first enrolled at New Village about 1.5 years ago. And as soon as she enrolled at our school, she began interning at a local immigration law firm, the law offices of Ronzio and Associates. These two students take advantage of every opportunity that New Village has. They go on all of the Leaving to Learn field trips to all of the art museums and galleries with me. They go on all of the college trips together with our wonderful academic counselor, Ms. Vanessa Diaz. But most importantly, they make our school every single day that much better. I look forward to coming to school each morning because I get to see Yesli and say, "Good morning, mija." And so first reading their original poem in English and then in Spanish, My Beautiful New Village is incredible. It teared me up whenever we were practicing. And I'll be honest, Yesli and Fernanda have made such a big impact at our school, and with the support of their two advisors and my very dear friends, Mr. Jesus Roman, our math teacher, and Ms. Christina Bella, our English language development teacher, I know that Yesli and Fernanda are going to take the world by storm. So please, reading in first English and then in Spanish, My Beautiful New Village, Yesli Perez and Fernanda Alvarez.
On this special day, we want to tell you all how proud we feel to be a part of New Village. It is my second home, where there is always love, where every one of us is made to feel special and receive with respect. A place in which every activity becomes great memories that will last all our lives. This is my beautiful new village, full of happiness and a warm family environment. This is my second home, where there is always understanding and fun.
A place that helps us and teaches us to become the best version of ourselves. a place where with each meditation we concentrate on achieving mental and emotional tranquility. This is my beautiful new village, a place where every sunset we say goodbye to one another, grateful for teachers for giving us their time, energy, and talent. Of course, this is only a little piece of how we can describe our new village. I promise that when I hear your name, I will remember and I will always be grateful for the amazing friendship and experience that you offer me. Now in Spanish.
En este día tan especial, nosotras les queremos contar lo orgullosa que estamos al ser parte de New Village. Es mi segundo hogar, donde siempre hay amor, donde a cada una de nosotras nos hacen sentir especiales y nos reciben con respeto, donde en cada actividad se convierte en grandes recuerdos que durarán toda la vida. Así es mi hermoso New Village, lleno de alegría y el cálido ambiente familiar. Es mi segundo hogar, donde siempre hay comprensión y diversión.
Donde nos ayudan y nos enseñan a ser la mejor versión de nosotras, donde en cada práctica de meditación nos concentramos a lograr un estado mentalmente claro y emocionalmente tranquilo. Así es mi hermoso New Village, donde cada atardecer nos despedimos y agradecemos a nuestros maestros por darnos el tiempo, energía y talento. Por supuesto, esto es solo lo poco que podemos describir a nuestro New Village. Te prometo que cuando escuche tu nombre, te recordaré y estaré siempre agradecida por las grandes experiencias y amistades que me brindaste. Gracias.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that applause was loud enough for Fernanda and Yesli. Next, I am so excited to introduce an incredible, incredible human being. A student who has quite honestly changed my life for the better in just a single year knowing her. She'll tell you a little bit more about her experiences, not just at New Village, but how she came to New Village. Desiree is one of a kind. She is, as many of you know at New Village, a total rock star. And she certainly makes our school so much more fun. She spends quite a bit of time with me and Miss Vanessa Diaz, our academic counselor, and Miss Vanessa Gutierrez in our shared office. She never fails to make us laugh. And most importantly, she never fails to inspire us every single day. So please welcome Desiree Sanchez to the stage.
Hello, my name is Desiree Sanchez. I'm a rising senior at New Village Girls Academy. This month marks my first full year at New Village. I have a passion for math, and while I was attending a large high school, I had a very good math teacher who left the school within 1 month after post-COVID online school. And then I had a substitute who was instructed to post YouTube videos for class assignments and simply give me a packet of work each week. As time passed, my work packets kept piling up. I had no teacher to go to because we had like 4 students in each class. There was no time for a teacher to assist everyone at the same time, including myself. So I was relying on scoring high test scores to outweigh the independent work. I had other classwork assignments from different classes on my mind, and my interest in math kept decreasing. until I found out about New Village. Well, it actually wasn't as simple as that. My grades weren't bad nor the best. I went to school with my cousin Shirley, who was in the same boat. We didn't have any classes together because of our different grade levels. Our school had about 3 different buildings on campus, so we would rarely see each other and only from a distance. I had one friend during my time in my previous school, because when you're at a large school, you get put into different groups of students, meaning that whoever you get put into in freshman year will be the people you will always be with for the rest of your classes. So there was no meeting new people. People already had their own friend groups in each grade level. I did not feel a connection or a sense of community. I was in school where the on-track kids were being praised for their grades, and kids who were behind were being ignored and treated differently. I was a sophomore with freshman credits because of a math class that I had during the pandemic. I was eager to take an online class that students need to receive credits, but they just didn't let me do it. They were prioritizing getting the seniors on first, so the school counselors would tell me to come back around the second half of the semester. So I'd come back, repeating the same process and being told the same thing. I was not able to take the class that I needed. After multiple attempts, the counselor did not even remember my name. It was a frustrating situation to navigate, and I was not alone, not even my own cousin who couldn't tolerate having to go to school anymore when there is no point. We were made to feel and believe that graduation in college was an obstacle too big to overcome and just not for us. Fortunately, my mom knows someone who came to New Village before it was named New Village. My mom asked the previous graduate if she remembered the address of the school, and she did. Shortly after, Shirley went on a tour of New Village with Kyle, and on that same day, she called me and told me that New Village was meant for me too. I enrolled the next day, and Shirley and I started going to New Village on the same day, 2 days after her tour with Kyle. I was finally beginning to believe there was hope for me. Classroom sizes are small at New Village. I am able to receive one-on-one time with each teacher. Every staff member knows my name, my interests, and are even finally understanding my unique and dark humor. This new environment led me back to my love for math. I had to retake classes that I got D's in, which are considered passing at public schools, but considered an incomplete at New Village. At first, I thought it wasn't necessary to retake classes, but now I can graduate with a chance to get accepted to a Cal State or University of California school. Back in my old school, I researched what education you need to have in order to become a software engineer. I didn't have the grades to pursue a computer science degree or a math degree. I didn't have the grades, so I started thinking about getting into the Air Force, even though I am not really into fitness. But it would have meant that I would have gotten a free education in engineering. But since I came to New Village, I had the opportunities in tech such as coding. I took coding at first, and now I am interning in software engineering and product development. And I am taking part in developing an app called Emblaze that mentors and interns use for internships. During my internship, I've created a few surveys for students to fill out, asking questions about their selection process in choosing their internships, their accomplishments and growth, and communication with their mentors. Also, that I can locate what new features can assist the intern's experience on the app. Many people in my family are data center technicians. including my mom. And there were a few times when my mom has come to me for help. She would ask me how to calculate something using a system of equations that a higher position is required to use. So I helped her tear up her title, which made me realize that if my mom is asking for me for help, then I can become her boss in the future. Well, not exactly her boss, but a higher position in tech. I am excited about the possibilities and intend to pursue that as my major and dream about reaching new heights for my family. I have also taken on a leadership role as a student ambassador, representing the school at different events and helping plan important events. I never would have done this at my old school. Not only that, but now Shirley and I are more than cousins, we're best friends. During my first quarter at New Village, Shirley and I met Carmen, who is one of our purest friends. In the past year alone, I have made more memories and friends than I ever did at my old high school. Recently, myself and other New Village students were featured as models and walked on stage in front of Ellen Pompeo. For anyone who doesn't know who she is the greatest actress in the world who plays Meredith Grey on my favorite show, Grey's Anatomy. She is quite the big deal because I've watched the whole show more than 10 times. I spend more time watching Grey's than doing my work at my previous school. I really went from sitting in my classes on my phone watching Grey's Anatomy with no determination to having met Ellen Pompeo and being here on stage in front of you all as a student ambassador and representative. To say my life has transformed is an understatement. In the 1 year of being at New Village and talking to students has made me realize that I'm not the only one who is here because of the general education system failing us. In my opinion, when you put a huge number of students in a classroom with one teacher handing out packets, unable to meet with a guidance counselor, and within a school lacking programs and support, it will make students feel like they're just a number and it risks them giving up on themselves. Research shows that bad grades can lead to depression. But for some students, there isn't anything they can do to change it. New Village is a place of support, inspiration, encouragement, and acceptance. Students are challenged academically and challenged to think outside a textbook and connect what we learn inside the classroom with the real world. I am deepening my skills in English, math, and science. I am preparing to be successful in college and the career I've chosen to pursue. But also, I am building connections, experiences, endurance, and determination. New Village for many students, including all the students here today, is our hope, it's our lifeline, it's our community. Enrolling and joining in this school has been life-changing, and the ripple effect has only begun. Thank you.
Let's keep it going for Desiree Sanchez, the shining star of New Village Girls Academy. I don't know about all of you, but you can definitely see me up here on the screens, and I'm a mess. To say that these 3 students, along with all the students here tonight and all of the others who I've had the opportunity to interact with over the past 5.5 years, to say that they have changed my life is truly an understatement. And when they talk about how New Village has impacted them, I can't even begin to describe how much each of them has impacted all of us at our school. And speaking of all of us, I would really like for all of my coworkers, my incredible team, to please stand up, because you make coming to work wonderful. From sharing laughs with Miss Diaz and Miss Vanessa in our office, to creating incredible memories with Miss Santos, Miss Abella, Mr. Roman, to going through it during the pandemic with Miss Q, to seeing Gigi, our front office staff's bright, smiling face every single morning. Coming to work at New Village is special. And it makes me think of this quote from an Italian poet, which goes like this: "You need a village, if only for the pleasure of leaving it. A village means that you are not alone, knowing that in the people, the trees, the earth, there is something that belongs to you, waiting for you when you return." And now I invite each of you all tonight to continue to be part of our little village, even after we walk outside these doors. Like Ms. Q mentioned, there are reference cards on each of your tables. If any of you are interested in possibly hosting a student as an intern at your business or organization, or if you're interested in mentoring a young person, write your name down, write your contact information down, and one of our staff members will get back to you. And now I would really like to talk. One of the highlights, I think, of each of these annual celebrations every year is what you're about to see, where you're going to be hearing from more students and more staff. Okay. Every year for the past 4 years, I've had the opportunity to work with our Director of Cinematography, Ted Hayash, in the back there, on developing a video which highlights the events that go on throughout our year. A couple of years ago, it was pretty somber, but it was realistic about what we were experiencing during the pandemic. Last year's was hopeful. But I truly believe that this year's video is the best of the best. And so please turn your attention towards the monitors and enjoy the video highlighting the 2022 to 2023 academic year.
Before we do that, I just wanted to give a special thank you, and it doesn't want to work with me. I just want to give a special thank you to Kyle, who has been with us for 5 years, and just really honor the service that he has provided for our school. You are amazing. You and I have gone through quite a bit. Every challenge I spoke about earlier today, you've always been one of those people that has just presented themselves in such a way and provided so many beautiful ideas to help make it through this challenge. So I want to just thank you and honor you this evening for all the support that you've given. And on top of that, I also let you guys know that Kyle is a huge part of the video, and he's part of the creative factor that just brings all of this to life. So thank you for putting together something incredibly beautiful. Thank you. And
Should I take it out of the base? Or?
I don't know. I was going to take it out of the base. Thank you. You want to introduce the video again?
Sure. And so once again, please turn your attention towards the monitors and enjoy this beautiful video. And you might want to have some tissues ready.
New Village is a very, very special place. You feel it when you sit in a classroom, when you talk to our teachers, when you talk to all of our staff. It's just different. Every single person that's here is completely invested in the work that we're doing. We have to be. Because our girls bring that out of us every single day. And it just makes it one of the most beautiful places to work in.
A New Village student has heart. And that's what makes them so special. It's our responsibility to make sure that our students and our young people have the opportunity to take risks and experience failure without failing. And it's our responsibility as a village to ensure that our students have the best time possible.
Ready? How's your morning been? Good?
It's in the name. It's a village. It's a very special village.
It felt like it was just like a dream come true. Like I never thought that school could be the way that it is here.
It's such a new, fun environment for me, coming from really big schools. I think about having to be independent and going to college. Before I came to New Village, I didn't really think about these things. Just having all the support here at school, it's very good for my future and everybody else's future.
Looking forward to new things and new activities. It gives us motivation.
While I was in middle school, I would say I was a very bad kid. I just didn't know how to control my anger and like express how I was feeling. Having people around me that was supportive helped me. I wasn't doing so good because I was getting bullied. I started hanging around the wrong crowds and started skipping, and I had to get away from that.
I had a big group of friends, but whenever I wanted to reach out for help, they would ignore me.
When I was in 6th grade, I couldn't go to any class because I'd get bullied. I tried to tell my mom, but she was the type of person to say, "You can't run from this."
I was hurt physically, mentally. That led me into an even deeper level of depression to where I did not come to school for weeks.
I really wanted to be a teacher. Teachers from that same school turned my dream off. I had so much self-doubt when it came to me being able to actually even graduate. I was looking everywhere just to get my credits up. So it was very hard for me to find the light in the tunnel.
Coming here to New Village kind of changed that. You have people to talk to.
There's a lot of teachers and staff that I do trust.
Seeing from last semester how much work I put in and how much I did for myself, it really just makes me feel so much more accomplished.
Miss Diaz, Miss Vanessa, Miss Coco, they've all supported me. We're like talking like friends would.
I did not like school until coming here to New Village. The support from the teachers really just makes me want to go to school every day.
One of the key aspects of big picture learning is for students to get the opportunity to explore.
At New Village, you can really feel the energy of big picture learning. We see that in things like advisory.
Mr. Rahman, he just makes us feel comfortable.
Advisory revolves around student interest, getting students the resources that they need, and make a path for their future.
We definitely did a lot of advisory activities when it came to like inner circles, speaking on how we were feeling, doing art together. We have Spanish speakers in advisory, so he gets English speakers to help the Spanish speakers because we're all a team.
They're building relationships with each other and strengthening the relationship that they have with themselves.
In Big Picture Model, we strive to create learning experiences that are real for the student.
The LTI program is the core of New Village.
The internship model gives students the skills that they need in order to be successful for the rest of their lives.
When a young person at New Village is asked what they're passionate about or what they're curious about learning, that changes everything.
College and career readiness are intrinsically tied together. An internship program really helps develop a student's interests, which might lead to a possible major, a possible career.
I'm very into cosmetology. I love to do nails. I remember when I first came to Kyle, I actually asked, "Hey, do you guys have an internship when it comes to this?" He was like, "No, but we will."
Being able to open up professional pathways for our students gives them the opportunity to make connections, real world connections, to their lives here at school.
I didn't really think I was interested in like biking. I always thought it was like for people who had time, who had money, you know. It was a really fun experiment. I got to build the bike with recycled parts.
I'm doing STEM. We're building like a car.
You're not always gonna have fun.
It's like a good experience to like try it out.
You also have to have a job that you're passionate about.
Right now, it's Para los Niños Elementary School. I'm just reading to children, having them read back to me. I really enjoy it.
My internship is about translating. I just help my classmates to understand a little bit more.
Yeah, work.
Big Picture Learning is about taking what interests them, what drives them, and making it important for other people to hear.
An exhibition is a project where you have to pick out an essential question that matches your internship.
During exhibitions, students are really able to speak about their personal growth and development through the varied experiences that they're able to have here.
I'm very passionate about psychology, so I was able to connect my internship to my exhibition, connect content classes and what I took from them and learned from them into my exhibition.
Some students will make projects that'll do something in the community. Some students will make projects that'll have a direct impact in their families, in their lives.
My exhibition was about bullying and the side effects of it. I really wanted to share my experience to other students.
My essential question was, what are the fields in cosmetology and what do they entail? It revolved around my internship. I went into business skills and cosmetology skills, hours, certifications, actually get in depth with a cosmetologist.
So in Big Picture Learning, I think students really take ownership and take charge of their learning.
I like that they have meditation and wellness day. It's not just about get your homework done, do this. Let's focus on mental health.
My first initial thought on meditation was why would y'all have meditation? What is meditation for?
When we're in a state of overwhelm and stress, we only have a certain amount of our brilliance and our talent available to us. It can be futile to continuously ask students to pay attention and bring their attention to the room if they haven't learned how to do that.
I would not participate in it because I didn't understand why we were doing it.
Having more agency and feeling like we have choice in our lives naturally makes its way into learning.
As I grew and I actually sat and took the chill pill, it was amazing.
If we're consistently, as we do here at New Village, using these practices, we can access our brilliance.
I need that 10 minutes to chill out and not have my mind going crazy.
Wellness days here are amazing.
We gather as a school. We do different activities.
Basically mental health days.
So we're doing a lot of activities with our advisories.
We've gone on hikes. We've gone to theme parks.
Another thing we did was make body scrubs, painting, sharing. These people had rescued wolves.
Emotional wolves came.
It was a once in a lifetime kind of thing. As a community, it's a good opportunity for everyone.
So I've been working with youth for 27 years. The role that I take is finding the ones that need a little extra help.
I like basketball. I'm still learning English. I'm from Guatemala. I'm 17 years old. Before I was really lost because I didn't have any support. Now I have teachers that really support me, that really care about me. Like Vanessa, she loves me a lot and I always tell her that she's like a mom to me, the mom I never had.
The student that stands out to me was one of the first students that I met. I would hear this beautiful laughter throughout the quad. And little by little, I wouldn't hear that laughter anymore. She was in a situation that she needed help getting out of, and she showed up to the school, and I jumped in to help her. We went to the police station. I was there with her to fill out that report. We didn't come out of there till midnight. And I remember her coming into my arms, and I just told her, I have you, I got you, I got you. And I was telling her how proud I was. I hear that laughter through the quad again. I hear her coming to me and hugging me in the mornings. New Village is that school where she could go, and with no questions asked, there was going to be someone here to help her. The doors here never closed on her.
We know how to feel. We're going through the same thing. We're growing the same way, like a sisterhood, a connection. They give me the nudge that I need to go because I don't always need somebody to walk with me.
It's just amazing how staff members have changed my mentality. 2 years ago, I would have not thought I could change the world. I would have said that's impossible. Now, I know I could change the world by just being a better person myself.
I will go to college and figure out life.
If you don't take risks, you don't know what fear is. Risks open you up. They could lead you to something big. You only live once.
I'm able to share so many good memories with my best friends. I feel like I'm just able to laugh to the point where we have stomach aches.
The teachers, they really see a future on each of us. They really help us to achieve our goals.
I will be the first person to graduate in my immediate family. I will also be the first one to start college and get my degree. I am the oldest of 2 little brothers. I can tell my brothers, if I could do this, then you can do it too.
I'm just excited to go to college, have money, live in a house in the mountains with like those little lights, have a family, have a lot of pets. And I know that my brothers who passed away will be proud of me.
What drew me to the board of New Village was the level of commitment that I saw to really changing lives. You change systemic injustice one person at a time. Our girls getting a fair chance in life, that in turn does change futures.
New Village changes the life of that individual student, of their family, and our community.
This school is how you can make that happen. You can give these young women all of the opportunities that they deserve.
I dream about a time when I could be fearless, where we're fearless together.
We love our school. We love our girls. We're here to support our students, our family, and anyone who believes in the power of the girls that are here.
We're excited about what our students can do.
When I come to New Village, I feel like someone's wrapping their arms around me. You just feel love, and we need more of that in this world.
Thank you, Kyle, and everyone else who participated in the making of that video. And yes, please. Wave. Thank you. And I want to recognize our stars of the video. All of our students, please stand or wave so that everybody can acknowledge you and your success. Please stay standing. Don't sit down yet. Don't you dare sit yet. Because I want to say a little bit about those of you who are standing. That's right. Keep it coming. Each of these students represents a New Village success story. But as you heard in the video and from people at your table, it's not just about the students. Any board member, faculty, or staff member will tell you that New Village has been life-changing for all of us as well. And so, as Jenny and Kyle mentioned earlier, we invite you to pick up one of the cards at your table to see how you can get involved in supporting and changing the life of not just a student, but a faculty, staff member, or board member as well. Now you can be seated. Thank you. So I'm going to wrap things up here. Like I said, it would be a quick evening, but I wanted to check in on those floral centerpieces. Now, some of you might have forgotten all about that and decided to dig in on the California rolls and the kebabs and the other wonderful food that you had. And it was a pretty delicious dinner. So, show of hands, how many of you actually did work something out at your table about the floral centerpiece? Or are working it out? Now, wait, look at this. This side of the room has done very well here. Excellent, we've got a floral centerpiece. So, however you worked it out, remember, that was up to your little village at your table. So I just want to say something about our table here. That's just table 9 here with our guests. Now, I have a former colleague who has joined me, Sulma Hernandez, and every time I have gone to an event for the last decade, she says, bring the flowers back. My mom would like them. So I'm going to make an executive decision at our table that the flowers are going to Senora Hernandez, and I will make personally a $50 donation for the flowers, and I challenge everyone at my table to match me on that donation towards the flowers. And that's how we're working it out at table 9. Now I want to mention something. However you worked it out at your table, what you participated in is something called Ujima, which is Swahili for maintaining and building our community together and making our community's problems our problems and solving them together. This is exactly how New Village operates and why we can only create the very best learning environment possible when we come together and we work together. We each have a piece of the truth and we make our best decisions when we put our pieces together. So, what does your personal investment in New Village look like? Is it mentorship? Is it a generous contribution? Is it an internship opportunity? Maybe it's just filling out the card and saying, I want to pay a visit to New Village because this all sounds a little too good to be true and I want to see it with my own eyes. We welcome that investment. If you have filled out a pledge card, please raise your hand and one of our board members will collect it from you. Or there's also a basket on your way out the doors where you can drop your card. I hope I fulfilled my promise from earlier this evening, which was to make your stomachs full, your minds full, and your hearts full. And now as an added treat, when you exit on the doors to the patio, you will be treated to a scrumptious array of desserts and warm drinks on the patio. Thank you so much to every single one of you for joining us this evening. Please let this not be your final experience with New Village. We will see you again soon. Good night, everybody.